King's Dominion is a little interesting because, oh wow, it's gonna be crowded. It's interesting because you literally enter it off the freeway exit. That's pretty unique. If you're like, oh shoot, I actually took a wrong turn, now you're stuck at King's Dominion. Okay, welcome to King's Dominion. This is gonna be, I think, more on par with King's Island, maybe a little less, but definitely not Dorney. Because I am no longer taking chances with RMCs and missing out on those credits. I'm going straight to Twisted Timbers. I'm still so upset about Wicked Cyclone. Every time that I had to rewatch the video of me missing it and when I was at Six Flags New England for editing and for other reasons, it just stunk a little more every time. So we're going straight to it. There's a lot of KD50 celebration material all over the place. There's Dominator. We'll get on that because that needs opposite of a redemption. Well, kind of a redemption. I have it pretty low, so I guess it does need a redemption ride. Pantheon is not opening. It sounds like this weekend or next week is when it will. So missing that will feel a little empty. But that means one less ride I have to get on, meaning more time I can get to my next destination. Which has been like 50% of this trip is just being like, oh my God, how much time do I have? Let's just get on everything and go. Trying to get re-rides where I can, but it was a lot easier when it was just Hershey Park, you know? Because I was just staying in that one area for 4 days. Look at that on the Eiffel Tower. It sparkles, it shimmers, it shines. Last time I was at this park, they had Shockwave, they had Anaconda, and they had Volcano. I've already been on I-305, so I'm not missing much by not getting on Pantheon. I like to get on it, but I know it's not open today. So there are still quite a few credits that were not gotten last time though. Grizzly was not gotten, Reptilian was not gotten, Apple Zapple was not gotten, Racer 75 was not gotten, Raptera didn't exist, and Twisted Timbers didn't exist. So there's actually quite a bit to get on actually. So without further ado, let's start riding some rides. This is what we're doing, Twisted Timbers. Gotta love the Cedar Fair clocks. Oh, it's so cool. I smell barbecue. And I see Twisted Timbers through the trees. So like 4 of the rides that I need to get credits for are like all in one section. That's crazy because there's Twisted Timbers, there's Grizzly, there's Racer 75, and that's Apple's Apple. And instead of coasters, they have the Jukebox Diner, but it's basically the same thing. Oh my goodness, guys, look. It's the Shed. It's the Shed Part 4 and Part 3. Because as we know, Shed Part 1 is at Mystic Timbers, and so is Shed Part 2. Who knew? Interlocking narratives between different Cedar Fair parks? What is this, the Marvel Universe? Crazy. So you'll be happy to know I am still a normal human being because that is a back row ride and I'm aware that that is a back row ride. Twisted Timbers in the back is a completely different experience than Twisted Timbers in the front. Twisted Timbers in the front was already pretty goated. The hang time on the 0G, the barrel roll down drop, fantastic. The amount of airtime you get is great. But in the back is a completely different beast and experience. Crazy. It gives you no moments to breathe as soon as the 3 airtime hills are done. After that, you're just being tossed out of your seats. And by the time that you've recovered from the previous tossing out of your seat, you're being tossed out of your seat again. That thing is relentless. Relentless. I was worried after getting on Wildcat Revenge, missing Wicked Cyclone, and quite a few other rides that I, first of all, was a front row ride person, and that also RMC maybe wasn't as, goated as a lot of people in the community say it is. And I was even more worried about that after the front row ride on that ride. I was like, this is great. This is still S tier, but this is not, what people were saying. But back row. Then I got on the back row. And I have to say, Twisted Timbers is currently my number 4. Twisted Timbers. Oh yeah, okay. Twisted Timbers is my number 4 coaster that I've been on. What a great way to start the day. A hot day. Hot day. Now let's apple this zapple and move on.
And enjoy your ride on the apples.
In terms of Mad Mouse, in terms of Wild Mouse, definitely the second best one I've been on. The first drop is a lot of fun. The turns are violent and aggressive like you would expect. Other than that, not much to say. Smooth, didn't beat me up. Enjoyed for a Wild Mouse, which is why I put it where I put it. And now we're gonna get on Grizzly. The Grizzly or Racer 75, whichever one we get to first. Whew. But first I want to check out the shop, because maybe I like Twisted Timber merch. There was a couple nice shirt designs, but nothing that fully spoke to me yet. Maybe when I'm leaving the park, I'll check in the main shop and see what there is. Either this is Racer 75 or it's the Ferris wheel. We're gonna find out. Probably Racer 75 next, and then Gorilla. Roller coaster landmark. Fun, smooth, we won. Finally, a good racing coaster on this trip. It only took like Kings Island, Hershey Park. It took a while. But we finally got one, and one that I won, and that makes me feel good. So that means it's gonna get ranked better. And it is. I think it is the best racing coaster I've been on. Honestly, it's surprisingly smooth. It was a lot of fun. And like after the turnaround, that first drop you feel after the turnaround really caught me off guard. There was quite a bit of air time. So yeah, I think a really, really fantastic racing coaster, and it's an Ace Coaster landmark, which means that it's old, it's special, and they've been taking good care of it. And that's what we like to see with the old Woodies, especially the old racing Woodies. Now it's time for Grizzly, which I think just last year got a retrack. So we'll see. We will see. Yeah. Ooh, not very plus size friendly. Did somebody say hidden gem of the park? Because I think so far, hidden gem of the park. Oh my god. Who knew King's Dominion was taking such great care of their wooden coasters? I know it just got recently retracked, and after the retrack, that's fantastic. Great amounts of airtime, fantastic levels of speed. The laterals on it, it's very well rounded. It's a decent length. That is fantastic. I saw merch for the Grizzly on a shirt, and I was like, who's gonna want a Grizzly shirt? Who's gonna want to have Grizzly on a shirt? My bad. Oh, that's just my freckles. Okay. My bad, Grizzly. I was unfamiliar with your game. It goes just behind Verbolten, which I rode yesterday, as we know, and just in front of Powder Keg at Silver Dollar City. I don't know if that will ever change because I don't know the next time I'm going to be at Silver Dollar City, but this was shockingly really good. All in all, that gets high remarks from me. Fantastic. And I got front row. I imagine back row is a wilder but less fast feeling experience. So yeah, if you have the time, go to the Grizzly at Kings Dominion. I think that it's one that's not to be skipped. It's kind of in the back of the park, a little bit away from the kind of a little bit everything else. And you got to go through a gift shop to get there, but it's worth the haul. Now we're heading to the other half of the park because we kind of got everything done in this area, and so now we're heading to the Flight of Fear, Backlot Stunt Coaster, Reptilian, Raptera section. Pantherion, obviously still not open. Oh, Candy Apple Grove. Don't mind if I do.
Well, all right now. Let's make some room. Ribbit. Mushroom, that is. Here we go. He likes to tinkle on an old piano. He likes to play it in a subtle manner. He knows he'll always be the top banana with a handful of keys. There, that, it, that, is, that, strike, that, we, that, no. He's such a wizard. Strike piano. Boom, boom, boom. Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello to Froggy down. On the way to a look in the springtime, the summertime. Apple Grove, and he says.
By Jove, they even themed the Dippin' Dots. Now that's not a level of theming you see a lot with Cedar Fair, so go them for that one. Now, I've actually walked into, I think, Jumbili. I'm looking for Reptilian and then Raptera. But if we're here... Haha, Jubili's closed. Thank God. Let's not do it. And then I see Raptera and Reptilian. So we are where we want to be. My God, the theming in... The theming in Juggle Expedition is like not Cedar Fair level. In a good way.
Now put your hands around yourself in the tray, roll outside and enjoy your ride.
Full disclosure, I don't think I'm going to get a lot of re-rides at this park today because it's very hot and I want to get out of the heat. I took a break, but I got off Reptilian and man, that is rough, bad, you sit weird, it shook me, hurt my head a little bit, not great. It's not good. I put so much sunscreen on my legs and I'm still sunburning like everywhere. It's so hot. But we're gonna get on Raptera now. I'm very excited for this. Never mind, Raptera is closed. Go to Six Flags New England, get on Superman, Miss Wicked Cyclone. Go to Kings Dominion, get on Twisted Timbers, Miss Raptera. Hopefully it'll be back after Backlot Stunt Coaster, Dominator, and Flight of Fear, which means that I'll save this for last. So let's continue forth with the park. I almost forgot Dominator was at this park. But yeah, let's go. Flight of Fear rethemed to fit in with Jungle Expedition, even though it's kind of like outside of it. Next week, unfortunately. And for some reason, Flight of Fear is the only ride that doesn't have like any form of free cubbies at both Kings Dominion and Kings Island, which doesn't make any sense, but okay. Yeah, no, Flight of Fear is not worth that. Not only have I already gotten on a Flight of Fear this year, I've already also gotten on Joker's Jinx, and I will be getting on Poltergeist. So if I miss one because it's 60 minutes, yeah, I'm good. I am good. Those are not worth that time. I don't understand why it always has like the largest lines at any park that they have them. It's crazy. It's just Flight of Fear. But alright, you know, your funeral. Anyways, time to get on Backlot Stunt Coaster. I hear that this is the best of the three. So we'll see if my belief on that stays. Because I only have 3 coasters left to get at this park, I think I'm gonna eat outside the park today. And maybe it's because there's a chicken shack right here, but I feel like I'm gonna do chicken today. Yeah, I'm gonna do chicken. Something is missing. Whoa. An inherent lack. Is that the, oh my god. Nope, effects aren't working on this one either, so I guess it's just Canada's Wonderland holding that fort down. Yeah, I mean, that was better than the one at Kings Island, but only marginally so. I like that they kept the original theming intact. The shooting in the fire was not working, that sucks. Nothing more to say, it goes right in between the two. So yeah, just behind the one at Canada's Wonderland, just in front of the ones at Kings Island. It's okay. But now we're going on the superior large coaster in the park, Rapterra. Because it's fixed. And after that, we're gonna hit Dominator, and then we're done. I'm getting in a car, I'm getting chicken, and I'm driving to South Carolina. Excavation progress. Okay, I have a controversial Rapterra opinion, I think. I find this absolutely to be a worthy successor to Volcano. And I think it's a really good fit for the park. Volcano was awesome. Don't get me wrong, fantastic. Really cool to launch outside of the volcano, and the launch itself is fantastic. But the layout itself did leave a lot to be desired, let's be real. This is way more well-rounded. Launching on a wing coaster is a crazy experience, and I can't wait to do it again in a couple days because I get it. It's fantastic. I will say though, same as Iron Menace, I don't know what is up with these new B&M vest restraints, but it squeezed down on my hips really, really aggressively, and I don't have a belt on today. So it did that. It did that, and I don't know why. And it hurt being on the brake run. So that is something to keep in mind. Like, I was enjoying myself, but around halfway through the layout, I was like, this is digging into my flesh. Ow, 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 ow. Now, it's such a great layout and it's such a great experience that I can forgive it. But that is something that I wanted to keep in people's minds. That like, at least I experienced that. I don't know if you will as well, but just something to be aware of. But that's really great. I think the theming is fantastic. And what it did for the park, its existence, because Tumbili was the start, but once they put down Rapterra and rethemed the entire area, I think like that section of the park really got an upgrade. We're almost done with our day here at King's Dominion, which is good because it's about like 2:40-ish, something like that. And my phone battery's about to die. So we're gonna get on Dominator. And after I finish Dominator and I do my videos, I'm gonna say goodbye. And then I'm gonna get on Twisted Timbers one last time to say goodbye to King's Dominion.
Yes, it's time for the big finish.
Alright, don't get cramped up.
What a well-themed... Oh, it's barbecue. I thought it was Firehouse Subs. I think my final consensus on King's Dominion, it's missing Pantherion, but when that opens up, I think it's Great Adventure level. Like, I think it's on par with that. It's definitely not Hershey, it's not Busch, but it's not America, Darien Lake, or Dorney. So it's maybe either top mid-tier or bottom top tier. It's a pretty great park. It is missing Pantherion. But once it gets Pantherion and something to replace Anaconda, which it will get eventually, and whatever gets to replace Anaconda is going to be a great fit for the park. I know it. It's going to be great. There is one side of the park where Shockwave used to be that is now dreadfully empty. So that is something to note. But hopefully they'll find something to replace Shockwave and they'll find something to replace Anaconda, and this could be a mid-top tier park again. Whew. Now, why is it Dominator in Planet Snoopy? That makes not a lick of sense. It's like off on its own in the park. It's weird. It's with winding path just to get all that just for Dominator. Just saw Trimzer light on Dominator today. All right, let's get this bread. Dominator redemption successful! Woo! Fantastic. So we have, I think, done all of our redemptions for the year. Yeah, this was the last coaster that needed a redemption, and we did it. Yay! And just like all the other redemption stories, I don't know what happened when I rode it all those years ago that it was so rough and bleh. But no, this is a great layout. The fact that after the vertical loop, there's a little like low to the ground speed hill turnaround, and then the big overbank turn, it's almost like a hammerhead turn, is crazy for being just relentless and intense. It was smooth other than the corkscrews. It was fantastic. It was fast. It was fun. But yeah, now my head's starting to hurt a little bit. It's really hot, and it's getting kind of late. And my phone battery is about to die, so we're gonna get on one more ride and then say goodbye to King's Dominion. But I really enjoyed King's Dominion. It's a great park, just like I remembered. Well, not just like I remembered, a lot of rides missing. But I mean, like, it's great, and I remember it being great. So we're gonna get our ride on my favorite ride of the day and then say adios. Another thing is, now that it's not raining or cold, I'm able to like wear my aesthetic more, and I've been getting way more compliments, especially from employees. It's, you know, just something I noticed, something to note. Whoa, that drop tower is Oh man, maybe I want to get on that as well. No time. Too much headache. One more ride, all I got in me. So never mind that one last ride. They are evacuating people. And if you know anything about on the lift hill, they don't usually do that unless it's going to be a long time. And I don't got a long time. So that sucks to not get one more ride. I had this nagging feeling it was gonna happen. But that's okay, cause head hurt, I'm good. I feel like this was a successful day. We did get on Twisted Timber's place, front and back row. So like we did it. We did the damn thing. So no, that's okay. I'm not sad. I'm ready to go. I feel successful.